Hi Aquarius Moon people. This is how Great Mother is seeing your approach to the Capricorn new moon. As you approach this new moon, you are really confirming your inner wisdom. What you know, you know, you know. This is the Sophia card in the Great Mother Speaks Oracle deck, which is based on the 49 scenes of the Wizard of Oz. And in this scene, Dorothy is asking the Scarecrow which way to go, and he's telling her any way is fine. That's where you are right now. You're at a place and you're at a space in your life as you plan to seed what you want and what you need for 2018. You are at a crossroads, yet and still there is an inner wisdom regarding which direction you need and that you want to go to get what you want for this year. There is a feeling of heart opening. This is the heart chakra new moon card. So particular emphasis is on this card for you because this is the new moon. And the new moon in the heart chakra is about being able to trust that inner wisdom to the degree that it is going to guide us, it is going to protect us, it is going to give us exactly what we need when we need it. Sometimes when we're asking for things that we want and that we need, those silent prayers, we don't really know whether or not it's going to come true or what guidance to trust in pursuing the fulfillment of it. This card, Sophia, Inner Wisdom, indicates that you already have that wisdom within you. In other words, you already know. You already know which direction to go. You pretty much know where you're going to end up. It's just a matter of walking it out. Just like Dorothy, you know, she knew, she had faith, she trusted her heart where she was going. Did she know all the crooks and crannies and all the turns and everything? No, but she did know that it wasn't about which direction she went. It was about the resonance that she felt in the direction that she chose, whether or not it was in alignment with where her soul was wanting and needing to lead her at that time in her life. To be in alignment with it was what she was trusting that she knew how to do. The Capricorn new moon for you is in your 12th houses, and you are a Capricorn moon in the Western you are an Aquarius moon in the Western astrology, which means that your moon is more than likely in Capricorn in the sidereal astrology, unless your Aquarius is 24 degrees or higher, in which case you are Aquarius in both astrologies. So with a Capricorn new moon in the Western, that means that the new moon now is in Sagittarius, and this is 12th house energy for you in both. This is a card of feeling alienated from other people, just as Dorothy was feeling alienated, which is why she left the farm. They didn't understand her and her need to hold on to Toto, which symbolizes her intuition, her inner wisdom. Where is it in your life that you are holding on to your inner wisdom, that soul guidance? Because the soul speaks to us through our intuition. The ego responds. It gives an emotional response through the emotional frequency of reaction, reactionary thoughts based on beliefs and attitudinal patterns developed over many lifetimes, and within this one, the conditioning, the education, the beliefs, that sort of thing is emotionally based on the mental, the mind. But when we talk about the soul and inner wisdom and 12th house, we're talking about downloads. The new moon is a phase of download. It's a reseeding phase. It's really getting clear about which seeds that you're picking and that you're choosing to plant. And we get that wisdom from the lunar phase that is just before the new moon, the balsamic moon phase. So we're going to see how your reading goes. But you are approaching this new moon with perhaps some feelings of alienation, isolation. That's 12th house energy. It's the end of the wheel, and so it is very reminiscent of balsamic moon energy, the phase right before the new moon. It is very reminiscent of, let's say, if we're using this as an example, when the Munchkins were singing to Dorothy, "Follow the yellow brick road, follow the yellow brick road." It is that culmination of a lunar cycle, so to speak. And so the 12th house is about alienation and isolation, but it's also about that time and space necessary in order to make the evolutionary jump that the soul is needing to make in order to grow. And all of us are in continual eternal growth. So that's the approach to this Capricorn new moon. The transformational opportunity for you is a reward for work well done, for following that intuitive guidance, Aquarius moon people. And so this is having to do with you actually following that path and reclaiming your power. This is the scene when the three have returned to Oz's palace and his castle, rather, with the broom, and he doesn't have what he promised them specifically, but he does reward them with what they need in actuality. And this is a reward from Ra, the god Ra, the sun god, the father rewarding what we have done. And so that doing active energy of the masculine being balanced by the feminine energy, the intuitive, that heart energy, is what we're looking at here, because we also have the third eye here, which represents the intuition. This card is the waxing gibbous moon, which is the revising, editing, evaluating. And so you're evaluating something in your life. You are actually at a point where you are editing some past behaviors, because the reward is what you want, but it's unexpected. Your path has been unexpected, and that's the way it is when we follow our intuition. So that's how you are approaching this new moon and the transformational opportunity. By you approaching it this way and pursuing your intuition with integrity, you're going to be rewarded. Venus is conjunct to this new moon, and it is in your 1st and 12th houses. It's in Capricorn in both the Vedic and in the Western astrology. And so this Capricorn energy of commitment, of responsibility, of really being clear about what you want to be dedicated to, really what makes practical sense in your life, is being interpreted now by you based on your intuitive urges. Again, the path that you're following according to what you know is best for you in your personal life, in your work life, in your health, your lifestyle, is going to be rewarded with the Venetian energy of, balance, clarity, harmony, connectivity to people in your life. For you, this is further amplified by Uranus being in Aries at this particular time. There's a great reward for this work that you've been doing intuitively, and so we have to bring up Uranus, because Uranus has to do with our creative genius, the soul's creative genius, and has to do with sudden changes, eureka moments, that kind of motivation that drives us, that sudden, that is just kind of in your face, that soul spark, that raw energy that is balanced by that intuitive inspiration. And it has been in Aries, which means that it's been in your 4th and 3rd houses. And so the soul has really been dealing with domestic issues. It's really been trying to work with those soulmate relationships, those soul group relationships in the household, or in tribal community, close-knit survival relationships, and reworking those. And the emotional response that you've had is to better communicate your unique self, better express who you are intelligently and in ways that make you feel more at ease, more harmonious, more apt to develop workable and practical partnerships with those in your life. And so you're being rewarded for this work that you've done perhaps over the last 7 years. Uranus stays in a transit for 7 years, and it's leaving Aries in May, and so it's at the very end of that, and so you're reaping some benefits from that as well in this Capricorn new moon transit, which not only the sun and the moon are in with this new moon, but Mercury, Venus, as we've said, Saturn has moved into its constellation that it rules. And so grandfather time And Great Mother, don't want you to overlook the fact that you are in a centering phase. The centering phase in the waning gibbous moon is all about sharing and thanksgiving of the bounty that you have reaped. This is the card when Dorothy clicks her heels 3 times to go home. That's where you are now. You are clicking your heels, the mind, the body, the spirit, all in alignment for how you're going to be moving forward in 2018, what you're going to be moving forward with in terms of the clarity that you have in your body, mind, and spirit. And so Saturn, great father of the cosmos, wants you to know that the time is now, and you have done your work, and you are being encouraged through rewards for doing your work, and you are going to be further supported in doing your work. Don't be discouraged in any way, just as Dorothy wasn't discouraged to the degree that she stopped her journey. She continued even when she realized she may not be going home in the way she expected. That's how it is when we follow our inner wisdom, Aquarius moon people. It's not always how we expect it, but it's always exactly what we need when we need it. And so remember, you're centering right now. You're getting back into that space, and you're being supported to stay in that space in ways that serve you in practical ways this year in 2018. That is your Great Mother Speaks reading. Thank you so much for watching, sharing, and liking according to how you feel. Of course, the most important thing always is to remember Great Mother loves you, and I do too.